If you're gonna be selling your home on your own in 2025, before you list, there are some mistakes that could end up costing you time, money, or worse, your home not selling or your home sitting on the market longer. Most FSBOs believe that they're saving money by skipping on a realtor. What they don't realize is that buyers and agents are most likely actively looking to take advantage of a FSBO seller. And I don't want that to happen to you because they succeed more often than not. So in this video, I'm going to explain how to successfully sell your home on your own. And more importantly, how to avoid the #1 costly mistake that is draining sellers' profits right now. What's up guys, Anthony Esposito with eXp Realty, your local real estate expert right here in the Cleveland, Ohio area. And if you are looking to sell your house, buy, relocate, or you need to use me as a resource, I have people just like you reaching out to me every single week. Contact me directly here or go in the description below. Use one of the methods I have listed there. So let's get into these key steps that you need to take if you want to successfully sell your home on your own. So the very first thing that you want to do above all else is you got to understand your market. And this even includes your neighborhood, your development. It's not just the city. It's not just the county. You got to really break this down and know what your area is doing, because one neighborhood in your city, the homes might be flying off the shelf, where another neighborhood in your city, they may be barely selling. They might be sitting on the market longer. And right now, our current average in this area of Cleveland is almost at 30 days on market is the average. Granted, some stuff is selling much faster, some stuff is taking longer. But you also need to know the impact that these interest rates are having on buyers right now. They're around 7%. They're not projected to come down anytime soon. You know, at the end of the year, they're saying that we could be looking at 6%. The home values are through the roof of what they have been over the past several years. And then you have these higher interest rates. So buyers, rightfully so, along with the economy that we have right now with inflation, they are being a little bit tighter with their budgets. So you need to understand that these higher interest rates, buyers aren't just simply throwing money at a house right now. It's become a little bit more competitive. Having said that, there's still supply and demand issue. Yes, we are in the middle of a buyer's market and a seller's market, but we have been creeping towards that buyer's market slowly but surely. But right now, we are right in the middle, and there's still a lot of demand. There's a lot of pent-up demand. You got to understand that every buyer is going to be different. Every buyer's situation is going to be different, but overall, they're going to be looking to negotiate and figure out exactly how they can get into that house the best way possible with not spending a whole lot of money out of their own pocket. So do your research, get on top of your market, find out every little detail, what homes are selling for, how quickly homes are selling in your area. Again, every neighborhood is going to be different. The next step that you want to take is preparing your house for the sale. First and foremost, deep clean, declutter, get it ready to go. You don't have to take everything off the walls, but a lot of the personalized pictures, a lot of the personal touches, you're going to want to end up taking that stuff down. Declutter wise, like countertops in your kitchen, make it presentable, make it nice, put stuff away. Staging is going to be huge this year because the way the market's going, the way buyers are getting more power back into, or onto their side of things now. Staging is going to end up being huge. Now, by staging, I mean, proper placement of end tables, furniture, you name it. You want to make it look presentable. You don't want to make it look closed in, so you want to be open. Less is more in this situation. But staging is going to be crucial, especially if you're one of those people that have the ability to buy before you sell and you move out of your house. Having it completely empty, it makes it a little bit more difficult for the buyers to visualize what their furniture is going to be like in that space. So it's going to be important to do some staging. Now, some of the other stuff that you want to focus on is any potential upgrades that could be done. Like if you have an outdated kitchen, Kitchens are almost doubling what you put into it. It's like a 98, 99% ROI that you get out of a kitchen. So if you put $5,000 into updating a kitchen, you could essentially add $10,000 from doing that. It's the heart of the home. It's one of the best things that you can do. Now, if your house is pretty up to date or it's not in terrible condition, fresh paint, going all neutral throughout the whole house, huge help to end up selling your house quicker. Also, if you have carpeting or flooring that is damaged, those two are some of the cheapest, some of the quickest ways to kind of spruce up the house, and it actually is proven to increase the time on market that you're going to end up selling that house. And then there's other upgrades that you can look at, whether it's your master bath, couple final, like few touches here and there. But you don't want to go too crazy, because if you outprice yourself from where your house is at, you're not going to get any of that money back, and your house is just going to sit and sit and sit, and it's never going to sell. Now, some of the other stuff that you end up wanting to do, like when you have everything ready to go, please get professional photography. It does not show up good online whatsoever. Taking pictures off of your phone, it just doesn't work. Spend the few $100s, have a professional photographer come in, take the pictures, because everybody is seeing your home first and foremost online before anything else. So professional photography is huge. And if you're capable of taking some video, which you can do this on your cell phone, just keep in mind if you're posting it to Facebook or like Instagram, you could hold your phone in the vertical position. Works out perfect. That's how it ends up going on those platforms. Other stuff like YouTube that you see of the long form videos, that is going to be held horizontal, but you could do that stuff on your phone. That's okay. That actually shows up really well because the cameras are good, but for whatever reason, taking photos, they just don't add up, especially if it's not the right size, because they use a particular size, whether it's Zillow, Realtor.com, you know, the MLS itself, which I know you're selling on your own, so you won't be on the MLS, but they have a particular size for the landscape that they end up using. And if you don't get those professional photographers in there, you could have a lot of dark shading and it just doesn't show as well as the house possibly could. Now, the next thing that you want to be concerned about is pricing your home correctly. Right now, as we speak, like I said, homes are sitting longer. Overpricing in this market is going to cause that house to sit that much longer. And the dead giveaway for you to know that you're overpriced is you're not really getting any showings. Or let's say you get one showing and the offer comes in and it's $20,000 or $30,000 below what you have listed. Those are dead giveaways that you're overpriced for the market. What you want to do is you want to pull the comps, and it can get a little in depth in detail. The quickest way you can go about it is finding homes that sold hopefully within like a half mile tops from where you are at. And you want to look at the square footage, the bedrooms, the bathrooms. If there's old photos that you can pull up, if they're still on like Zillow, for instance, see how it compares to you. You got to look at your home unbiasedly. And I get it. It's your home. Everybody, well, almost everybody feels it's like the best house that's out there, and it's not necessarily the case. You put a lot of heart and soul into the house. You made it a home. It's not just your house. But you have to take those goggles off and look at it from a buyer's point of view and compare it to some of the other recent sales. By recent, I mean no more than 6 months is your best bet. If you can find stuff that's closer to 3 months, that's perfect. But you gotta find properties that are similar to yours and really try your hardest to look at it unbiasedly from a buyer's point of view to figure out what that home could be worth. Because even if you underball, like you come under and you don't list it where it needs to be, you're gonna end up leaving money on the table. You're gonna lose money. So you're essentially going to have those buyers or that agent sit there and have their like eyes light up and they're like, hey, this house is actually underpriced. Let's go after it. And they'll give you what you're asking for, but they know that they just came out on top because the homework wasn't done to ensure that your house is priced accordingly and accurate. Now, if you're interested, I do have a checklist basically that I am happy to give to you. Just drop a comment down below. You could just put seller's checklist, whatever you want to do. I will gladly get that over to you so you can go step by step and ensure that this process goes as smooth as possible for you. Now, step number 4 is going to be marketing your house the right way. Don't just put it on Zillow and call it good. Zillow, Redfin, Trulia, Realtor.com, any real estate website, Facebook Marketplace, you are allowed to do that. Me as an agent, I cannot put it on there because I don't own it. You as an owner, you could put it on Facebook Marketplace. Blast it out there. If you know the ins and outs, which I'm not going to get into detail with it because that's a whole video in itself, but if you know how to properly advertise on Facebook, do so, or any of the social media platforms. More views equals a faster sale. So if you put it just on one website, say you're only on Zillow, you might end up seeing 300 some views, and that's a lot, don't get me wrong. Now, add in if you had it on Realtor, Trulia, Homes.com, Facebook. More views, quicker sale, plain and simple. And that's why I said make sure you get professional photography because everyone's going to see it online first and foremost. Another trick for you to do is your community, Facebook page. Find it if you're not on it. They're all out there. Just about every city has a community page. Post it. Put it on blast, advertise for it. If you're gonna hold an open house, do the same thing. Put it on your Facebook page. Ask people to share it because when you make a post on Facebook and Instagram, it only reaches 8 to 10% of your audience. So have people share it. The algorithm will then push it even further if people are liking, commenting, sharing, all that fun stuff. You kind of have to trick the system there with the social media platforms. For your open houses, also put it on, like I said, the community page. Put it, blast it out there. Let people come see the house. Now, the big one, the number one costly mistake that you need to avoid that I mentioned earlier that's draining sellers' profits right now. It's not having the proper negotiating skills. Negotiation is key for 2025 because of the way the market is, the way it's going, everything in between, the new agreements that are in place, you name it. Negotiating is key right now. And if you don't know how to properly negotiate, or at least have somewhat of experience in it, or do a little bit of research, buyers and agents are going to take you to the cleaners because at the end of the day, it's statistically known if offers are taking a while for it to come in, sellers are like the for sale by owner sellers, they're more willing to take the first deal that comes at them. And if you didn't do your comps right, you may end up getting lowballed more than what you think. Or if you're not, if you're underpriced, obviously they might come in and say, here we go, here's your offer. But they may even come in lower than that to try and get more. So those comps are really crucial. But when they are negotiating, you need to know pretty much everybody's going to get a general home inspection. You need to know when to stand your ground. And you also need to know when you need to compromise on certain aspects of the house. Before you even get involved with offers and making it go active, know your bottom dollar. No, and don't tell anybody what your bottom dollar is because, of course, they're going to end up coming in at that. Know what you are willing to correct or repair if anything comes up. If you want, get a home inspection done on your house prior to it even going active. Now, most people aren't going to nitpick for the home inspections. They're looking for the big stuff. So if there's a roof that is damaged or needs replaced, if there is mold in the attic or mold in the basement, mold anywhere in the house, if there's radon that's in the basement, if you get that tested, Knowing what's coming, it's stuff that you can end up fixing. Because I will tell you right now, as an agent, we are advising the buyers the big safety concerns. We are negotiating for the sellers to correct that stuff before they even close on it. It's very rare that buyers are willing to take on every little detail, especially if the house is like move-in ready, for instance, but then it has a bad roof, or it has radon, because radon gas is causing, it's a carcinogen, it's causing cancer. Stuff like that, people are not going to end up moving in like necessarily. It's not guaranteed 100% everybody, but the majority won't be moving in. And they're going to end up negotiating those inspection results, whether it's you putting money in escrow, whether it's you fixing it before the stuff is done. And I can tell you right now, most people are not okay with the owners fixing it. They want a licensed contractor to do so. So it's stuff that could add up, and if you don't know ahead of the game or ahead of time that you have problems there, it's unexpected costs that you just weren't, expecting to pay, basically. And then there's other stuff that can be negotiated. Title, closing, possession. There is so much. You got to know exactly what is most important to you. But again, you also got to know when to compromise. So do your research. Go online, go on YouTube, figure out how to negotiate the proper way. Because if you don't, you're going to have buyers, you're going to have agents, more so agents that know how to negotiate and been going through this. They're looking out for their client. They're not looking out for you as a seller. They want the best deal for their client. That's our fiduciary duties, is to our clients, to do what's in their best interest with advising them and going through the whole process. But your big confidential stuff, do not let any agent know. Don't let any buyer know. Less is more. Do not speak a lot about what's going on. Your property disclosure is going to let them know all the hidden defects that has happened with the house that they don't know about. Drop a comment down below. Let me know how you felt about the video. Let me know your process behind it. And also, again, if you want that checklist, let me know as well. If you got any value from the video, be sure to smash the like button. It's greatly appreciated. And if you are looking to sell, if you're looking to buy, relocate, even if you're selling on your own and you still need to buy, I have people just like you reaching out to me every single week. I'd love to help you out as well. Contact me directly here or use one of the methods I have listed in the description below. And if you haven't already, click subscribe, turn notifications on so you can stay up to date on my future videos I have coming your way.